Hi, I'm Eva. I'm one of the co-coordinators for the Grove Garden through the Student Sustainability Center. The Grove Garden is a student community garden where students can rent plots to grow vegetables for the season. It's open to all students and community members nearby. So students have autonomy over what they'd like to grow in their plots. So most beginner gardeners are growing tomatoes and lettuce and kale and just some pretty simple things to grow, and then they just grow it for their personal consumption. And then most years we've had a few plots, up to 7 plots I think, dedicated to growing food for the Student Food Pantry, which is just located a few blocks away. There are a lot of different benefits I think for community gardens, and it sort of depends on what an individual wants to get out of it, and also I think how a particular community garden is run. So I think a lot of them can contribute really greatly to reducing food insecurity by just giving people a way to obtain more produce in a cheap way. It can help people build their skills with plants and build their knowledge base about the environment and working with plants and soil and those sorts of things. It can make people healthier by introducing them to the benefits of fresh produce. They can serve as a sort of community space where people feel empowered to take ownership over their land and empowered to choose what they eat, choose what they grow. There's sometimes political organizing or cultural events that happen in community gardens, so there's really a wide range of benefits. I think that every neighborhood and town and city can benefit from community gardens, especially those which don't have a lot of access to either green space or produce and grocery stores, places where there aren't a lot of parks or planned activities or recreation opportunities through organizations or cities, because community gardens can provide a prolonged, long-term learning environment for a lot of people, where you can build a skill set, you can get invested with a group and your plot for the season. And so it applies to every community, but especially those that are lacking in other resources. I think that community gardens are an essential part of cities of the future, which need to be more green than they are. Specifically, I think that community gardens are a really great way to sort of interrupt the traditional food system that we have right now, of all of our food being imported from farms outside of cities and towns, being purchased in grocery stores and consumed in residential areas. And community gardens sort of interrupt that system, which uses a lot of fossil fuel and leads to a lot of disconnect and misunderstanding about where food comes from. Community gardens are sort of a step to fix that issue.